Welcome to 12 Days of Christmas, day 6. I'm Muriel, Nurse Muriel, and I make videos about nursing. I am a long-term care nurse, a registered nurse who prefers long-term care, and I am partaking in the 12 days of Christmas. This is day 6. So y'all, I hadn't done anything today. If y'all saw the last video, hold on, Rez, button up your shirt. So if y'all saw the last video, I had gotten off work, was heading home. Y'all see I had those 2 meals I took to work last night, and I ate both of them. But today I haven't been hungry at all, so I haven't eaten anything today. It is almost 7 p.m. I'm just really getting up. What else can I say? So I really won't have much to show for today, day 6, but I am going to get Teresa's bus driver a Christmas card, the bus driver and the assistant. I told y'all like 2 videos ago that I wanted to give them something for Christmas, and I just hadn't had the time to go, so I'm about to go out here now. It is cold out there. I think it's in the 30s, but I want to go. It's almost 7 o'clock. I think the store closes around 8. So I'm going to get them a card. I'm going to put a little something in the card for them to give to them in the morning. Therese won't be going to school tomorrow because, y'all, we are going to see the Beyonce movie. Me, Heaven, and Therese. Heaven loves Beyonce. Y'all know. Y'all probably don't know. Beyonce just is what it is. Love Beyonce music. Wasn't a fan of her last. I can't say I wasn't a fan of her last album. I just could not get into it. Every time I tried to listen to it, I didn't make it past like the first or the second song. I don't know. I'm not a house music girl. Even though I'm originally from New Jersey, for those of y'all who didn't know, I'm originally from New Jersey, but I hadn't been there in so long. I basically grew up in the South, and I've never really been into house music. I know that's real heavy up Jersey, Washington, Baltimore area, but I've just never been, and it gave me house music vibes, and I just never been into that. But all her other albums, yes, yes, I went to her, I think it was the On the Run tour, here in the city I live in. I went by myself. And I had probably the best time I ever had at a concert, and I was by myself. But yeah, so we are going to see the Beyonce movie tomorrow. I'm keeping Rez out of school. He only has a half a day anyway. He loves Beyonce. He loves music. He loves electronic music, and he listens to Beyonce all the time. Like, she is in rotation on his playlist. I'm hoping he'll enjoy the movies. He doesn't really react that much to movies, like he really enjoy them, but I'm hoping the music in it he will enjoy. So y'all see the whole front bumper is off the car. This is what happened in the accident. Their insurance is trying to say they're not liable, even though that area, I'm pretty sure, has cameras, and the officers are supposed to go look at their car to see if there's any damage. But we about to try to put this back on with some zip ties because my son got in a ride. It says, I told Santa you've been good all year. Well, goodish. I mean, not bad technically. Good is such a relative term anyway. Tell you what, just to be on the safe side, better buy your own stuff. Merry Christmas. But y'all see it has the little slot there. Y'all, my hand's a mess. I'm about to do my nails. It has the little slot there to put. It says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. They do enjoy. And then it has a little slot as well. And this will be going to his bus driver and his bus attendant in the morning. And here's my little, little touch I put on there. Okay, y'all, so I helped my son rig up that car some type of way. Y'all see it looks awful. When we was trying to we just put zip ties in it to pick the bumper up, y'all. He got to get to work. We realized that the whole grill is missing, y'all. So I got something from the insurance company for the other party saying that they're not at fault, they're not to blame. Where this accident happened, there should have been some cameras. I don't feel like going this all back and forth. That car looks a mess. It looks real ugly. I do have comp and collision on my vehicle, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my insurance company fight it out. I know it's going to raise my premium, and I hate that for me. But I have a low deductible. So we're going to go ahead and just pay the deductible and get the car fixed. And I'm going to let my insurance company fight it out. I'm going to call the highway department or highway patrol tomorrow to see if they went and looked at the other party's car, because they ran from the scene of an accident. So Yeah, they can get charges for that. I almost want to try to find the person and reach out to them because I do have their name. I think I got their address too. I'm not sure, but I almost want to reach out to them and like, this can get real ugly. This can get real ugly. I could have. Y'all know how people do with car accidents. They left the scene of the crime, child. So I could have. It could have really get ugly and nasty for them and their insurance. But I'm trying to be nice because you know, I'm just trying to be. I know there's cameras at that gas station where the accident happened. Is gas pumps on that side, so I'm sure they got cameras out there, and that picked up the accident. All I want is my car fixed. We ain't trying to do no personal injury, none of that. I just want my car fixed. That car is a mess. My son got to drive back and forth to work with that car looking like that. And he has to go back to school next semester. And, he drives an hour each way. Yeah, it messed up my door too, like the passenger side front door. It messed that up too. So I don't know how much it's gonna cost to get it fixed, but I'm gonna just go ahead and let my insurance company fight it out with these people. Y'all know I'm still paying on that car. That's the car that's almost completely paid off. So once it get paid off, I don't know. I'll talk to my son because he's gonna have to start paying the insurance on it. Right now, I'm still paying the insurance and the payments. I'll see if he wants to keep comp and collision or if he wants to just drop the liability when it gets, once it gets paid off, y'all. But anyway, y'all, I won't be doing much. I still haven't had anything to eat. I probably won't because I'm not going back downstairs. Get myself ready for tomorrow, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's cold, y'all. It is cold. I'm outside with y'all know my two little, my Duchess and my lady. It's about 7:50 something in the morning. I'm waiting on the school bus to hear the school bus so I can run and give them their cards. Therese will not be going to school today, as I said previously. We're going to this Beyonce. Y'all, it's cool out here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we ain't gonna be out here, but maybe 2 days out here. I don't know what they barking at squirrels or what, but we about to go inside. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah. All right, that is done. I gave it to the bus drivers. I feel good. I feel good, y'all. I've never given to the bus drivers before. This is the first, so yeah, I feel like I should have been doing this. I always send like pizza to red school. I know a lot of autistic kids, they love pizza, and it's hard. Autistic kids be very picky about what they eat, but I haven't met an autistic child yet that doesn't like pizza. And I send pizza to the school. Yeah, probably like 3 to 4 times a year, if I'm gonna be honest. I never even have ever put it in my video. Oh, I've never done for the bus drivers, but anywho, that is done. I'm about to get up and get on the scale, y'all. I'm gonna do a weight Monday, Wednesday. I'm gonna get back to how I used to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So today is Wednesday. Y'all know the last weigh in I was 283. We about to jump on there now. All right, still saying 283, y'all. So this is Wednesday. I'll get back on there Friday. I don't know how, y'all. I didn't eat anything yesterday, but maybe I should have. All right, y'all. Just want y'all to see these seats. I'm not gonna show too much because it's a mess on the other side. This is my driver's side. Passenger side is a mess, but I'm about to put my seat covers on, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's pretty much transformed my seats, and still I'm able to use the seat belt. It's no issues. Yep. Fits nice. Has a little, not a lot of slack. There's something down here. Something down here I'm supposed to hook up, but I don't know where to hook it up. It does come with directions. Dang, I just threw the directions in the trash. Anyway, that's that. Now to try to get this on the steering wheel. Hopefully it'll fit. Look, it's a perfect match. I don't want to have to send it back. All right, y'all. So I have this rice cauliflower. Maybe I should show y'all this before I rip it open. So as you can see, there's 4 servings per container. It has, so that would be 16 grams of carbs total, but we have to subtract 8 grams of fiber, which would be leave 8 grams of carbs, and then less than 1 gram of sugar. So we just say like almost 1 gram of sugar. So we'll just say like 2.5 grams. So this whole thing of cauliflower rice has about 6 grams of carbs. Now I'm going to make this with some more of those beef patties with brown gravy. I also have one of my sugar-free icy pops. And y'all, I went to the movie. I did have some popcorn today. So, I ate some of that caramel popcorn. Alright, so while I try to struggle to get this on, let me talk to y'all about Renaissance. So I went to see the movie, y'all. Let me tell you, I was in that movie theater partying and crying. I felt like I was at the concert. It was a lot. She put a lot of clips from her concerts in there. And I told y'all, I'm not a fan of her latest album. I've heard some of the songs and they just never really grabbed my attention. But for some reason, listening to those same songs in the movie theater had me hyped. And I found myself singing the songs like I had heard them 1,000 times. Now, I didn't know them word for word, but I was singing them like I, just had heard them so many times, and I really haven't. I've tried listening to her album twice and couldn't get into it. And so my daughter, Heaven, she loves Beyonce's music. She loves a lot of different music. Her favorite singer at one point in time was Ariana Grande. Mind you, Heaven's just 20. But she recently, in the last 2 years, really got into Beyonce, and she loves some Beyonce. So I took her, and I took Therese, because Therese listens to music, and the first playlist he always goes to is Beyonce. So I took him as well. But y'all, I was emotional in there. Some of the things she was saying really touched me. One thing she said that her 40s is where she feel the most free, where she feel like she don't give a F no more. And I love that for her. I love that she feel that way, because let me tell you, I felt that way since I've been in my teens. If y'all know anybody that know me, y'all know I ain't never care about what people think, what they feel about me, like how they feel about me, what they got to say about me. I never cared. It never bothered me. Because like I say a lot, I always study patterns in people. Since I was young, I picked up on different patterns in people to the point that the average person is very predictable. Very predictable. Because they work off of emotions. And so I find myself trying to not work off emotions. I always seem to try to do different than what people expect. And that's because I know what people expect, because just studying human behavior. And I just hate it for her. And so being that's one of the reasons why I never care what people say, because people will think you're the greatest thing in the world one day, and if something can happen 10 years down the line, and now you're the worst. And I always saw people in that light. They're so fickle. They're so fickle. So I never care what they think. And then I always realize that nothing lasts always. They'll talk about you for 6 months. It'll be a big scandal, and they'll be on to the next. Even in a small town, that's in the small town I grew up on. I notice, if things go on, people want you to react. Like I say, people want you to react a certain way. They want you to feel a certain way. So I always tried to feel, I went out of my way to react or behave differently. And
she said she just got to where she don't give a F in her 40s. And I love that for her, but I wish she had gotten there sooner. It's hard. I assume it's hard living your life in the spotlight, because it's hard living your life just in your community when you don't think, when you like think outside of the box and you're different than other people and you do things that go against the grain. And yeah, she had, and then one another thing she had said in that movie, one thing else she said in that movie, she said that time is money, but money cannot buy your time back. Oh, I love that. I Child, if I could, I might put that. If I could put that on a tattoo, like I love that saying. I love that because that is the truth, and that's one of the reasons why um I feel that same about time is money, but money can't buy memories back. And I felt that way when I was younger, and that's why even though I've been a nurse for so long, I started nursing in my early 20s. And although even back then it was money out there to be made, I put nursing on the back burner as far as I would do it part-time. Like I said, work 4 hours, work 6 hour shifts, split shifts. I did that for a good 10 years because yes, money was important, but it wasn't worth the time I spent with my children, going to their activities at their school, taking them different places during the summer. Like it wasn't worth that. Making sure that, hey, if I don't have nobody to keep them, I'm staying my behind home. I'm not just getting anybody to watch them, like, because you cannot buy memories back either. Also, her mother and her father, like, he was so proud. When Blue Ivy was performing, and he said, "That's nose, that's a nose." I started to think, you know what? When the whole thing came out with her father and him having the outside children or whatever, and it almost seemed like, and I can only say this because this was in the media, it almost seemed like Beyonce kind of turned her back on her father. But to see her father at the concert, and we all know Beyonce had a little, it was, Jay-Z has admitted that he cheated on Beyonce, and Beyonce is still with him. I wonder if that gave her a different perspective about her father, because it happened to her and she stuck by her man. Now her mother went the other direction. She didn't stick by that man. I can't blame her, because he, ultimate disrespect, had outside children. He had children outside of the marriage. But I wonder if, being the fact that she went through that same thing, except the outside children part, but she went through the cheating part with her husband and decided to stay. I wonder if that made her open up her heart to her father again, because, I mean, if you forgive your husband for it, I don't know. And it's like a betrayal to the whole family, true indeed, to her mother, to her sister. But should you, I wonder if she thought, well, why am I going to cast my father out for doing something, but I'm not casting my husband out for doing the exact same. I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, I study human behavior, but it was nice. That movie was so good, y'all. I felt like I was at the concert, and it made me regret. I already regretted not going to the concert. For some reason, I just thought she was going to sing, just do a whole Renaissance concert, but I should have known better, because there wasn't enough songs on Renaissance to hold an entire concert. So I should have known better. That was the only reason I didn't go, y'all, because I was like, not really feeling that last album. And now that I sat there and watched the movie, I'm like, dang, I regret not going. Maybe she'll drop another album in 4 years, and I'll make it to that one, because y'all, when I tell y'all it wasn't many people in the theater. Y'all know I think this is the last week or so that the movie is playing, and in my city, I'm not going to say there's not a lot of Beyonce fans, because when I went to her concert here in this city, it was a lot of people, but it wasn't nowhere near a sold out house. I didn't even understand why she came to this city. Maybe just, I don't know, trying to market, but this ain't the place for a Beyonce or no big superstar, because the cost it takes to put on your performance, you probably won't even get that back in ticket sales. But I appreciate that she came that one time to this city, because I was there by myself. That's just how much, that's just how serious I was I was going to say Beyonce. I'm struggling with the steering wheel cover, y'all. struggling. Whew. But yeah, I enjoyed the concert. I really did. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. And the fact that she had knee surgery a month before she started, like before her first show of this concert, just I was looking at all that went into that type of production, and I was like, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. um, you got to be willing to give up a lot. And then she had her kids with her while she was on tour. I don't know if they were with her at every show, but just to have to still be in mommy mode right after work mode, and work mode is as strenuous as it is. Like, I take my hats off to her. That's a hard working woman, y'all. People will sit here and say, well, I don't know why people be hating on Beyonce. I don't know why they hate on her so bad. They hate on her so bad. But that's people for you. People hate what they can't be or what they don't have, and they'll sit here and say all the stuff about, oh, ain't nobody jealous of her. But yeah, that's what it is. Y'all really jealous and envious of people, and then they get into this comparing thing. Honey, you ain't comparing to Beyonce to nobody. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. I don't care. Beyonce is incomparable. I'm sorry. She's incomparable. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. That's how my 20 year, because me and my daughter was sitting here talking about it on the way back, and Heaven is 20. She's young. She said, ain't nobody, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. Y'all can, as far as talent, she said there's no comparison. She said it might be comparison for ticket sales on albums. And I feel like that's due to the demographics of the world. Like, I'm not even going to say the person that people love to compare Beyonce to. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. But I told Heaven, I was like, and she agreed with me, and this is just common sense. For every black person, there's 3 to 4 of another race. Of course, that other race is going to sell out more tickets because they have a wider audience. You get what I'm saying? So if black people are only 13-14% of the population, and black women are only 8% of that, and black women are almost the majority of the people who buy her tickets outside of members of the LGBTQ community, is black women who really outside of the LGBT, because they go up for Beyonce. But as far as putting on a show, child, let me tell you, every damn costume change Beyonce had, I was sitting here thinking, damn, can I wear something like that? Damn, can I wear something like that? With my big, y'all know, 280 something pound behind, because them outfits, she did that. Beyonce did that. I don't care what nobody say. I've heard talk of a residency in Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I've never wanted to go to Vegas. Never wanted to go. I will go for her residency. I will go for her residency. I definitely will. Anyway, all I have left to do today, y'all, is pick up. I made another grocery order. Y'all probably say that girl stayed there. Yeah, I stay making grocery orders. I got to pick up another grocery order. Outside of that, that is my day. Day 6 of Vlogmas. Oh, let me let y'all know. So I'm supposed to work tomorrow, and I've already been informed that I'm going to be canceled. So I'm trying to find a last minute shift. I was supposed to do a 12-hour tomorrow. I kind of only want to pick up an 8-hour now, but like I say, getting canceled. I've already been, because they reached out to me and they asked me would I be willing to work night shift instead of day shift tomorrow, and I don't want to do that. And so I told them, well, no, I'm not able to. But if you plan to cancel me, please let me know. So I said, if you plan to cancel me, can you let me know? That way I can look for something else. And they messaged me back and they said they're pretty sure they're going to cancel me. Like, so I'm on the hunt for a 8-hour shift. Oh, also I had 2 of my book orders, so I'll be shipping off. I should leave now while I'm in the car and go print off the labels. I had an order for 2 of my books. If you're watching this, if you made the order, thank you so much. Like I said in another video, I probably, more like at the end of this year, I'll probably close down that Etsy store and won't be selling any more of the books through Etsy anymore. because like I said, I get orders, they trickle in here and there, but they're not consistent. And I probably can sell these books more if I advertise them locally and get rid of them. Anywho, I'm Muriel, this Nurse Muriel. Thank you for watching. And y'all don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to, like I said, next video, I'm going to do a little bit more talking on nursing, because I did have a topic that I wanted to hit on. I just popped back in here, y'all, because soon as I finish recording my goodbyes just now, I got an update from Shift Key. My Saturday and Sunday shift were canceled. That's from that facility that pays the buku dollars. I had 2 12-hour shifts through them, and they canceled both of them, y'all. So that's 3 shifts have been canceled this week. It's over $2,000. That's over $2,000 that I would have made in those 3 days that I've gotten canceled for. None of my other facilities pay that much. It's going to be impossible for me to make that up unless I like work doubles for 3 days somewhere else. So that's what I said about being an RN in long-term care, y'all. They cancel you. They will cancel you. So all I have now really is to rely on is picking up some shifts that will pay me like anywhere from $15 to $20 less an hour. And to try to maybe make it up is to find it local. That way I'll save on the gas. I picked up one with my PRN, but it's only an 8-hour shift. They have some 4-hour shifts available, but I don't want to drive that far for 4 hours unless I have business to handle in that area, which, I mean, I don't have any business to handle. So I'm going to try to find some shifts near here and possibly do like a 7 to 3 and then backtrack and do an 11 to 7. But that's how it happens for us RNs in long-term care. That's why I'm kind of glad I went ahead and got this full-time job too that I'm starting next week, because look, who got time? That's $2,000. Y'all know what I could have did with $2,000, and I only have one more bill to pay this month. Child. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll see y'all tomorrow.